Yo, what's going on, people? Welcome back to a brand new video. Welcome back to latest Chelsea news. Now, today there isn't much to talk about other than the fact that we beat Tottenham at their home ground 4-3. What a performance by Enzo Fernandez! What a performance by Jadon Sancho! And again, what a performance by Cole Palmer. Listen, I think the only problem we had in that game was the Cucurella issue with the boots. But as soon as he changed those boots, we get to go. We got our Cucurella that we know that can do the job, and from that point on, he was really, really, really good. Now, talking about Enzo Fernandez, I think in that game, man, when we moved Caicedo to right back, I knew it was going to be Lavia and Enzo Fernandez, but I knew as well that Moses Caicedo was going to invade the midfield. Now, Enzo Fernandez has been playing really well, but of course, we still had our doubts as fan base because he had moments where he was not really performing. But for the past, I think, 4 games, both in the Premier League and Conference League, he has been performing very well. Uh, so let's talk about Enzo Fernandez because we have to give him his praise. We have to give him his flowers. He's been one of our best players, one of our best midfielders, of course, alongside Lavia and Caicedo. We're not gonna take anything away from them, but it's also good to give our praises to Enzo Fernandez. Now he's been speaking to the media as of lately, and there's a quote that we just want to react to. So he was obviously addressing how Chelsea are performing this season and the fact that some people are putting us in a title race, or maybe the fact that we are actually in the title race. And he said, listen, the truth is there's still a long way to go, which is very true. Like, it's only week 14, so game week 14, so there's definitely a long way to go. Almost half the season, it's a lot. Obviously, one always dreams. As a team, we dream. Could we win the title this season? I think we've been doing the things very well, and obviously, yes, we want to. Let's dream. We are going to keep working and staying focused on what we want. Now, there's been some comments under this post, and people were saying, "No, Enzo Fernandez, don't say we can win the title, because we as Chelsea fans, we've always, since the beginning of this season, or since the beginning of us actually showing that we can actually compete for the title, a lot of Chelsea fans, even in the media, even our coach, even our players, we don't really, really want to admit that we're in a title race, right? I guess there's two ways you can look at it. Being in the title race, definitely we are. Because you cannot tell me that we are second on the table, 2 points of Arsenal on third, and 4 points of Liverpool, which are obviously have a game in hand. Now, you cannot tell me that we are not in the title race. Now, we're definitely in the title race. Now, that conversation, it's as true as it can be. But now, when you say, are we going to win the league? Now, that's where you can sort of say, maybe not, maybe yes. You never know. Leicester City won the Premier League just like that. They were the underdogs. Now, a lot of people might even say Chelsea are not underdogs because of the amount of money that was spent. But at the same time, I still also remember the same people that are saying we're not the underdogs. They've been the same people saying that we are £1 billion bottle jobs. So we're not really listening to them people. If you look into my previous video, I've already addressed that. We're not really looking into here the nonsense that comes out of those people. So with Enzo Fernandez, I don't think he's wrong for saying that we can dream. And us winning the league, yeah, there's a chance we can win the league. There's definitely a chance to win the league. But what is the probability of us winning the league? Someone might say 90-10, 80-20, 70-30, I don't know, 50-50, I don't know. But there's definitely a chance for us to what? To win the league, basing on the performance we've been putting in as of lately, and obviously just the vibe at the club. Our coach, he seems to be the guy that actually knows what he wants, and he seems to be the guy that he knows what he's doing. Now, can that maintain until the end of the season? We don't know. Because the world of football is very, very crazy in the sense that you can lose your next 2 games or draw your next 2 games. You can find yourself down at the bottom of the league, maybe fifth or sixth. So you never know. Or you can win your next 2, next 3, and then you can find yourself on the top of the league, depending obviously what Liverpool and Arsenal, Man City, thereabouts are doing. So yeah, man, we could win the league. Yeah, so man, I just think he wasn't wrong. He wasn't wrong. I think the truth is, it's still a long way to go, and that's for sure. Now, again, I just want to give my praises to Enzo Fernandez. Just to sort of let people know that we or let him know that we're not putting a blind eye on what he's been doing as of lately. So yeah, man, keep doing what you're doing. Obviously, we want Enzo Fernandez, who paid $105 million for. Now, he also spoke about, he said what stands out in this team's effort and bravery. I'm very, very happy. So basically, it's just saying, like, the team has been showing, monster mentality. We have been showing that, listen, we know what we want and we can definitely do anything to go get what we want. We went 2 down against Tottenham, right? But at any point in that game, I was really, really, really stressed. I'm not saying that I was certain that we are gonna win the game, but I knew with Tottenham they always do this thing, and because of the way we conceded our goals, it was not because we're not playing well. It was from a mistake which they did capitalize, and fair play to them. But I always knew that if we can control the mistakes we've made in that point, we could actually go and get a draw or even end up winning the match. And we know Chelsea and Tottenham, we already know the results anyway. I'm not trying to be cocky about it, but the history has shown that, it's a 3 point lane for us. And another thing I want to talk about as well, is Estevao. If you know the boy, I don't know, I think he's what, 18, 19 years old? Yeah, he's a Chelsea gem, and he will be joining us next season, 2025 season. So he's been talking about how, let's just read the quote from ESPN Brazil. Thiago Silva just told me after our game that Chelsea's top, and they're waiting for me with open arms. Cole Palmer talks to me on Instagram, and also Rich James said if I need anything, by the way, let him know. Listen, we love to hear things like this because obviously we don't really, or personally, I don't watch him play week in and week out, or whenever he plays. I don't. I don't. The only time that I've actually watched a match for him playing was when he played for Brazil. I think it was in the Euros or the friendlies. I can't remember. But yeah, that's the only time I actually, not the Euros, but the Copa America thing. Yeah, that's the only time I've actually sat down to watch Estevao for like a couple of minutes. But apart from that, we always just see clips from Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, whatever, of him just scoring goals for fun. But he seems to me like he's a very, very good player. I don't know if he can cut it in the Premier League due to physicality, but when I look at him, yes, of course, he's on the thinner side. But I mean, we still have players like the Savios, Savinho, whatever his name is, and then also even in our team, we don't always have physical players like even the Bukayo Sakas. They're not too physical. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe I don't know if it's gonna cut it or not. But listen, one thing about him you can't take away from him is his talent. He's left-footed, good. You can't take away his talent, and I think coming into Chelsea with the likes of Cole Palmer, Pedro Neto, Jadon Sancho, Madueke, even Nicholas Jackson, Christopher Nkunku, we're gonna be stacked with like really really good players. So yeah, man, it's good to know that he's speaking to other Chelsea arguably legends, talking about the Thiago Silvas. Yes, of course, he has not been in the Chelsea team for a very long time compared to like the Didier Drogbas and the Frank Lamberts. But to me, I consider him a Chelsea legend. And for him to know that he speaks to him, and it's the little things that do matters. If you had even our coach, he was talking about Jadon Sancho. Some players just need some love. What I mean, not every player has to be aggressively being told what to do and whatever, or the treatment. Some people just need the arm around them. And Estevao, if he's one of those guys, yeah, I would like guys like our captain Rhys James and Thiago Silva, our former Chelsea player, to give him that arm around to see, if he's gonna, it's gonna be good and ready for the competition. Now he also spoke about the jersey number, which we're not gonna dig deep into it. I mean, he's talking about how he likes 41, and but he spoke about how he doesn't really, and sorry, he prefers to play as a 10 rather than the winger. But he's also the kind of player that is much more versatile, and he's happy to play either way, whether you play him as a 10 or play him as a winger. I think in terms of our wingers, we have good players. 10, Cole Palmer, Joe Felix. We have we have good players, and I think in the summer we're gonna have to sell some. Mm. Yeah, we're gonna have to start selling some because we are stacked, man. We are stacked with players, man. But yeah, man, that's just the Chelsea latest news for now. There isn't much to really talk about, man. We're just in the vibes, man. We're just enjoying our time, you know. 3 pointers this, this weekend. But yeah, no, man. Yeah, man. Make sure you do subscribe to the channel, and I guys, and I'll see you guys on the next one. And make sure you like the video as well. Peace out, peace.